Good morning friends. In this lecture we are going to solve sum number 9 of retirement, which is given on page number 268. Madhav, Radha and Gopi are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 1/2, 1/3 and 1/6. Balance sheet of the firm as on 31/3/2016 was as under. Balance sheet is given to us: capital, creditors, workman compensation reserve, employee provident fund, investment fluctuation fund, cash and bank, debtors, stock, investment, patents, building and advertisement, campaign expense. Radha retires on 1/4/2016. Partner decided that number 1, value of patents is to be reduced by 20%, whereas the value of building is to be reduced to 90%. So we will be marking our adjustment, right? In asset side, patents and buildings are given, both are given, patents and building, both the place we will write 1. Second adjustment says liability of workmen compensation reserve is decided 30,000. So friends, we have workmen compensation reserve, no? We will put a tick mark there and write 2, workmen compensation reserve. Third says bad debts reserve on debtor is to be increased by 5%. So we will put a tick mark near bad debts and we will write 3 over there. Then rupees 40,000 is to be paid to Radha as her share in goodwill. So here directly how much amount is payable to Radha is given. Radha is retiring, so no need, means we will be giving direct effect of this, and we don't need to find the goodwill of Radha, it is already given to us. Next one. Then rupees 500 received from bad debts return of earlier rupees 3,000. So this will be separately recorded. It is not going to affect any item of the balance sheet. Next, rupees 5,000 is to be paid to Radha in cash and balance amount in 2 equal annual installment with 10% interest per annum. So friends, there is one new adjustment to us, which says that rupees 5,000 is to be paid to Radha and remaining amount will be paid in 2 annual installment along with interest 10% per annum. Okay, that means whatever amount will be payable to Radha, out of that 5,000 will be paid immediately and remaining amount will be transferred to her loan account. And her loan is payable in 2 years, so that will be paid in 2 annual equal installment along with 10% interest. Now after that they have given us prepare necessary accounts, that is prepare evaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. Also prepare Radha's loan account till it is finally paid. That means we need to prepare regular accounts, whatever we are making, the evaluation account, cash account, capital account and also balance sheet. What else we need to make here? We need to make here Radha's account up to the date till it is paid, right? So we will consider everything one by one. Let us start with the balance sheet. We will take one by one all the items and we will record. Let us start with the liability side of balance sheet. The first item given in balance sheet liability side, it is capital account Madhav, Radha, Gopi 1,36,000, 50,000 and 54,000. So in capital account my balance brought forward 1,36,000, 50,000, 54,000 in the columns of Madhav, Radha and Gopi. Okay. Next item. Creditors 50,000. Creditors 50,000. There is no adjustment on that. So straight away we will be writing in balance sheet. Here it is liability side, creditors rupees 50,000 outer column. Workmen compensation reserve rupees 24,000, which is marked with adjustment number 2. Adjustment number 2 says that liability of workmen compensation reserve is decided rupees 30,000. So we have reserve of rupees 24,000 and liability is decided rupees 30,000. That is 6,000 more. Now that means there will be nothing to distribute among partners. We have only 24,000 reserve, of workman compensation, and there's a liability of rupees 30,000. So we need an extra provision of rupees 6,000 that will be done from revaluation account. So here it is, liability for workman compensation 6,000, and the entire 30,000 will be written liability side of balance sheet. Liability of workman compensation 30,000. Earlier it was 24,000. 24,000 we have already reserved, and 6,000 we have created from revaluation account. Next item is employee provident fund 15,000, and then investment fluctuation reserve 12,000. Provident fund 15,000, no adjustment, so directly we will be recording at the liability side of balance sheet. So here it is, employee provident fund 15,000. Now let us talk about investment fluctuation reserve, which is given 12,000. For that we will have to go through the investment also. Investment asset side it is given 58,000, and in bracket it is written the market value is 64,000. So investment 58,000 and market value is 64,000. That means there is a profit. So it is not going to affect our reserve, which is 12,000, will be distributed among the partner in their old ratio. For that we will have to find the old ratio. The information given to us is M, R and G, that is Madhav, Radha and Gopi, their old share are given 1/2, 1/3 and 1/6. We will make denominators equal. To make denominator equal, here we will be taking LCM 6. So we will multiply here with 3/6. Here we will multiply with 2, so 2/6, and this is already 1/6. So 3/6, 2/6, 1/6. Removing denominators, we will get 3:2:1. So 3:2:1 is the old ratio in which the investment fluctuation reserve will be distributed. So here it is, credit side of capital account by investment fluctuation reserve 6,000, 4,000, 2,000. Total amount is 12,000, which is distributed in the ratio of 3:2:1. What is 3:2:1? Their old ratio. Let us talk about investment. It is given 58,000, and they have mentioned that market value is 64,000. So we will be writing here investment at market value, how much? 64,000. Okay, and the 6,000, which is the profit on investment, will be credited to revaluation account. So revaluation account credit side by investment rupees 6,000. So this is how we have to give effect of investment and investment fluctuation reserve. Next item, at the asset side, because liability side is over, cash balance rupees 12,000, and so cash balance we will be writing in cash account, cash/bank account, to balance brought forward 12,000. Next item is debtor rupees 80,000 minus BDR 5,000, outer column 75,000. It is marked with the adjustment number 3. Adjustment number 3 says, but debts reserve on debtor is to be increased by 5%. Friends, carefully you need to understand this transaction, this adjustment, and you will be able to give the effect. They are saying that bad debts reserve is to be increased by 5% on debtors. Bad debts reserve on debtor is to be increased by 5%. That means they want to tell us whatever is the bad debts reserve, that will continue along with the increase of 5% on debtors. 5% on debtors. So debtors are given to us 80,000. If we calculate 5% of that, that will be 4,000. So we need to increase our BDR by rupees 4,000. Okay, earlier it is given 5,000 already to us. It is given to us 5,000. BDR 4,000 we need to increase. That means total BDR will be 9,000. So this way we will record here. Debtors 80,000 minus new BDR is how much? 9,000. So minus BDR 9,000, 71,000. Earlier we have 5,000, 4,000 we have increased. So these 4,000 will be written in revaluation account. So revaluation account to BDR rupees 4,000. To BDR rupees 4,000. Okay. Next item is stock rupees 62,000. There is no adjustment, so directly we will be writing in balance sheet. So here it is, stock rupees 62,000. Okay. Next item. Investment. We have already finished the investment topic. Then patent 35,000 and building 75,000, and adjustment says that the patents are to be increased by 20%, whereas the building is to be reduced to 90%. Okay, whereas the value of building is to be reduced to 90%. Patent to be reduced by 20%. Sorry, patents are to be reduced by 20%, whereas value of building is to be reduced to 90%. So friends, patents are given 35,000 to us, and it is given that its value is to be reduced by 20%. So here it is patents 35,000 minus written off or reduced 20%, that is 7,000. So 28,000 will be the outer column. Now 7,000 which is reduced or which is written off will be debited to revaluation account. So here it is to patents rupees 7,000. Okay, let us talk about building. Building is given 75,000 and it is given the building is to be reduced up to 90%. So you will, if you find 90% of 75,000, that will come 67500. That means you need to reduce building up to 67,500. So 75,000 is the amount in inner column and 67,500 we need to write in outer column. That means we will have to reduce it by rupees 7,500. So this 7,500 we will deduct, then we will get 67,500. So how come this 7,500? Difference of these two, the book value and the value at which it has to be shown now. So difference of that 7,500, which is reduction in building, will be debited to revaluation account. So here it is to building 7,500. Next item, advertisement campaign expense rupees 24,000. So that it is a deferred revenue expenditure one kind of. So we will be writing it off in their old profit and loss sharing ratio. So here it is debited to partners capital account, advertisement campaign expense 12,000, 8,000, 4,000. What is the ratio? Ratio is 3:2:1. So 12,000, 8,000 and 4,000. We have finished with the asset side also. Now we will be taking adjustment one by one and we will give the effect if they are not considered so far. Value of patent is to be reduced and value of building is to be reduced up to 90%. We have finished with that. Liability of workman compensation reserve also done. Third adjustment, bad debt reserve on data is to be increased, which we have completed with. Fourth adjustment says rupees 40,000 is to be paid to Radha as her share in goodwill. Now friends, rupees 40,000 which is to be payable to Radha as her share in goodwill, we know this will be given by the gaining partners. Now we will have to find gain ratio. So friend, to find gain ratio we need new ratio. New ratio is not given here. That means the remaining partners, that is Madhav and Geeta, they will continue with their old ratio and their old proportion was 3:1. So their new proportion will also be 3:1. Okay, because no information is given how they are going to share the share of Radha, how they are going to distribute the share of Radha. Nothing is given about it. That means they will continue with their old proportion and their old proportion between them was 3:1. So they will continue with 3:1. Now if you will find gain ratio or gain share, you will find gain ratio also 3:1, because if old and new ratio are same, that means gain is also going to be the same. So their gain ratio will be 3:1. We don't need to find it. 3:1 it is given. Now as it is told that 40,000 is payable to Radha for goodwill, so they will be paying it in the proportion of 3:1. 3:1, that means first one will pay 30,000 and second one will pay 10,000. First one, that is Madhav, will pay 30,000 and Geeta will pay 10,000. As they will pay, it will be debited to their capital account and Radha will receive, will be credited to Radha's capital account. Let us see here in Radha's capital account, 30,000 and 10,000. 30,000 she is supposed to recover from Madhav, so by Madhav's capital account, and 10,000 is supposed to recover from Gopi, so by Gopi's capital account. 30,000 and 10,000, and these two amount will be debited to their capital account here, debit side. So to Radha's capital account, to Radha's capital account 30,000 and 10,000. So this is what goodwill effect we have to give. Next adjustment, rupees 500 received from bad debts written off earlier rupees 3000. Friends, here they have said that rupees 500 received out of the bad debts which is written off earlier rupees 3000. That means earlier we might have written off rupees 3000 for bad debts. Out of that 500 is recovered. When it is written off, it is over. If it comes back, it is considered as an income. So there will be two entry for that. One entry when it comes back to us, cash account debit to bad debts reserve account, and second entry to give effect in revaluation account as it is an income. So bad debts reserve account debit to revaluation account. So this will be bad debts recovered account debit to revaluation account. Okay. So first entry, cash account debit to bad debts recovered account will be recorded at the debit side of cash account to bad debts recovered account 500. Another entry when you need to write it in revaluation account, entry will be bad debts recovered account debit to revaluation account. So at the credit side of revaluation account, my bad debts recovered account rupees 500. Okay, let's see the last adjustment. Last adjustment is about the payment to the Radha. It is given 5000 is to be paid in cash and the balance amount is to be paid in two equal annual installment with 10% interest per annum. Friends, what we will do first of all we will close our revaluation account and we will transfer the amount. Then only we will be doing the payment of Radha. So when we will close revaluation account, we will find here that the debit side total is 4 items are there and total of all 4 items is 24,500. But credit side only 2 items are there, 6,500. So total is 6,500. When I deduct 6,500 from 24,500, I get difference rupees 18,000. So here the difference is at the credit side, which is known as loss on revaluation. Whether it is profit or loss, it is distributed among the partners in their whole proportion. So here it will be distributed. So I will write my partner's capital account and I will distribute in the proportion of 3:2:1, which is their old ratio. So 9,000, 6,000 and 3,000. Now second effect of this will come at the debit side of partner's capital account. So here it is to revaluation account 9,000, 6,000 and 3,000. Okay friends. Now let us talk about the payment to Radha. So we will be finding the amount difference of Radha's column credit side total 94,000 is the amount, means total is 94,000, and if you will see at the debit side there are 2 items only, 8,000 and 6,000. So when I will deduct 8,000, I will make total of 2, it is 14,000. When I will deduct 14,000 out of 94,000, I get 80,000. Rupees 80,000 is payable to Radha. And it is given that 5,000 to be paid in cash. That is rupees 75,000 is to be converted to her loan. Okay. So out of rupees 80,000 payable to her, 5,000 will be paying cash and 75,000 will be converted in loan. So here to cash account in Radha's column 5,000. Okay. And to Radha's loan account 75,000, and we will make total. Now total will get tallied 94,000. We will give effect of these two in second effect. Here cash account, when cash is paid at the credit side of cash account by Radha's capital 5,000, and when it is converted into loan rupees 75,000, so will be written at the liability side of balance sheet. So here Radha's loan account 75,000. Now we will be closing capital accounts of remaining 2 partners. When I close the capital account of Gopi, the credit side total is 56,000 and debit side the total is 10, 14 and 3, 17,000. 56,000 and 17,000. When I deduct 17,000 from 56,000, I get 39,000. So 39,000 is the closing balance of capital of Gopi. Let us talk about Madhav. Madhav, 2 items are there at the credit side. Total is 1,42,000 and debit side there is total of 12,000, 30,000 and 9,000. 42 and 9, 51,000. So 51,000 is the total of debit side, 1,42,000 is the total of credit side. When I find the difference between two, I get 91,000, which is at the debit side. So 91,000 is the closing capital of Madhav. So I'll write here to balance carry forward as it is capital account, right? And these two capitals will be written capital at the liability side. Capital account Madhav and Gopi 91,000 and 39,000, 1,30,000. So here we have finished with everything, all adjustment and everything. So we will be making total of balance sheet. Total of balance sheet when I get rupees 3 lakh both the side. So this is our total of balance sheet. So normally our sum gets over here, but in this sum one additional information is given to us, which is we need to prepare. They have asked us to prepare Radha's loan account. So friends, one thing actually left out. Before making total of balance sheet, what we will have to make? We will have to find the closing balance of cash. When I will find the closing balance of cash, it is 7,500. Debit side is 12,500. Credit side it is only one entry 5,000. So difference comes 7,500, which I will write in cash in balance sheet as a cash balance 7,500. Now, as I am ready with the balance, I can make the total, and now I will be making total of balance sheet. It comes rupees 3 lakh. So it is 3 lakh. Okay. Now, normally our sum gets over on this stage, but here one more information they have asked us, that we need to prepare her loan account, Radha's loan account, to whom the amount of loan is payable in 2 annual equal installment along with interest of 10% per annum. So let us see how to solve this. First of all, total payable amount to Radha is rupees 75,000, means total amount of loan is rupees 75,000. We have to pay in 2 equal installment, annual equal installment. So we will be dividing it by 2, means we will be making 2 parts of it. So it will come 37,500. So 37,500 we will pay after 1 year, and another after 1 year we will be paying remaining 37,500. But what we need to do, we need to pay this amount along with interest. Okay, so let us see how to prepare loan account. Here Radha's loan account, this amount is converted in loan on 1/4/2016 from her capital account. So directly from her capital account we will bring here in Radha's loan account 1/4/2016 by Radha's capital account 75,000. Okay. Now after 1 year one installment is payable. So 1 year will get over on 31 March 2017. That day we will have to pay the installment, but first of all we need to give effect of interest, so that if interest will be credited to her account first. So 75,000 is the amount, and 10% interest I will calculate. It comes 7,500. So by interest on loan 7,500. Now we will be doing entry for payment of loan. So how much loan is paid? 50%, means that is one installment along with interest. Here we have calculated installment amount will be of 37,500 each. So 37,500 plus interest. Interest was how much? 7,500. So total amount will be 45,000, which we will be paying to Radha. When we will pay to Radha, the entry will be Radha's loan account debit to cash oblique bank account. So here to bank oblique cash account 45,000 on 31/3/2017. Now on this day we will close that year, particular years, and we will find the balance. So 82,000 is the total. Out of that 45,000 payment is made done. 37,500 will remain in the balance. So two balance carry forward 37,500 on which date? 31/3/2017. So this balance we will brought forward in the next year. We will bring here. So 1/4/2017 by balance brought forward 37,500. Now again friends, after completion of another 1 year we will have to pay second installment along with interest, but before paying anything we have to give effect of interest. So now 37,500, 10% interest will be 3,750. This is the thing you have to keep in mind. Now the due amount is only 37,500, so interest will be calculated on this amount, not on entire amount. Earlier the entire amount was 75,000, which is due to be paid. Out of that 50% amount we have paid. So the remaining amount which is yet to be paid, on that only interest will be calculated, which is 10%. So it comes 3750. Now total payable amount will be 37,500 plus 3750, 41,250. So here 31/3/2018 by interest on loan account 3750, and total of both the amount to bank and cash account at the debit side 31/3/2018. 41,250, 41,250 will be the total both the side. So here our sum number 9 is completed. Next lecture we will be doing sum number 10. Thank you.